If you are shopping in Winterville, North Carolina for a home, especially between the range of 500,000 to 700,000, here's something that you need to pay attention that the listing photos won't tell you. And this is the one tightest, the most competitive price range that we have in all Pitt County, North Carolina. And actually, all those homes are nothing.
And maybe you're relocating here in Eastern North Carolina for a role at ECU Health or one of the other major employers, or maybe you're even in the area for years and you just want to move up to a home that matches where you want your career to be or your career is going next. Either way, you feel you're not just buying square footage. You're making a decision about what makes you feel confident about where you're going to live for maybe the next 10 years.
And here's the catch. Two houses at very the same price can be completely different. And they could be a brand new construction, they could be a custom build, it could be existing homes. But really, what is the difference?
Knowing the difference between what you fall in love with a photo isn't necessarily going to be what you want in life. So you have to make sure we're protecting our money and our peace of mind. So let's walk you through different neighborhoods in Winterville, neighborhood by neighborhood, and we're going to really talk about which one hits the market that might work for you and why this might be precisely what you're looking at. It's really exciting.
Exactly. Therefore, as my wife said, first we wanted to talk about why this price range moves that way, because we said it, that is a specific, very sensitive.
And the data backs it.
And based on the data, because it explained everything else, and it tells you a lot about who your neighbors are going in that neighborhood that you are searching for a home.
Now, don't forget, once we get above 550, we are in the beginning luxury area. So most of the top tier neighborhoods are 8 to 15 minutes drive from ECU, or they're close enough to the regional farm like Thermo Fisher, Hyster-Yale, Maine Pharma, Grady White Boats. They're near the employer. People buying here, by and large, are professionals looking to come into the region or are already living in the region. They're physicians, they're specialists, they're engineers, they're corporate directors, they're second career professionals. They've reached a point where they want a home to reflect what they have put into the world, and they want to make sure that they're getting a nice home.
Exactly. Winterville, North Carolina let all these professionals we were talking about them to land a newer, more spacious, and basically, as we said, shorter commute, and stay close to all amenity, including those medical center, airport, and that's why the demand is high, because you are close in the proximity of all those
we're in a balanced market. That means some price points are moving at different levels, but this one is moving at the fastest level, so we have to know that. And the numbers back this up. It basically a Winterville home running at least 2,200 square feet, maybe more noticeable when we're talking about what money buys, and it's roughly $170 a square foot. About 30% of the inventory here is going to be new construction with the median build age of 2017.
Exactly. Therefore, this is a very a concise short of the housing market. And that is not a small detail, by the way, because you're working on long hours, newer system or modern layout basically means less deferred maintenance, which is super important because remember, the median is 2017, and a fewer weekend project that you don't think about what I should do for the house this weekend. So your home support basically your lifestyle instead of turning it to the second job that you need to constantly working on.
And honestly, this is the move. These are the homes that sell in less than 3 weeks. Inventory is generally thin, so when the right one hits the market at the right time, they typically, at this point, when we're filming this video, they are not sitting and they are kind of not waiting around. So buyers who are in this range simply want to make sure that they understand the neighborhoods that they're going to be in, and that's what this video is really about. I'm so excited.
Exactly. First of all, we wanted to really talk about the decision that you need to make. Are you going to go to the new basically built route, or you wanted to go to the established one? And this is the decision that almost every home buyer in this range is making. Whether they have said it loud or not, brand new construction or established resale home is the choice that you need to make. These two are genuinely different experience? In what way they are different?
Well, we're going to talk, there's no right answer, right? Because some people want new, some people want existing, and there's just going to be, we have whole videos on new versus existing. And the right one is going to be what's worked for you. So I really want to jump into instead what the neighborhoods are for new, and then what the neighborhoods are for existing, because this is like my most exciting part. So basically, the first one I want to talk, there's basically 2 new constructions in Winterville at the filming of this video to talk about in the $500,000 to $700,000 range. The first is going to be Eli's Ridge. It's sitting in between the low 5. You can really see that the floor plans are 23 to 3,500 square feet. Open concept. There's definitely an HOA. A lot of them do have a primary in the bathroom. Downstairs, they have a lot of screened front porches. There's an amazing community pool with the water slide. And the HOA is $900 a year, which covers the common area and of course that pool. It's very low. It's very clean, very modern looking, and it's really the second way of this area. What's the second one?
Exactly. The second one is Kensington at Paramore. Again, built by the Bill Clark Home, and this is really worth paying attention to. And pricing starts nearly the bottom of our range. And
right.
what is 500. That range? 500? Exactly. Offers something like 11 different floor plan actually is going to be offered in this neighborhood, running about 20, how much is that?
2,500 to 3,700 square feet.
Exactly. And what is the difference is in the
Kensington requires a larger minimum lot size and a wider minimum lot width. So you're getting more space in this area between homes, which you're almost never going to get in new constructions. The fact that they are planning space tells you that's what they know that their buyers want. So if you want a new house and you don't want to shake hands with your neighbor, maybe this is the one for you. So the trade-off is you're going to not be getting the mature trees, which is what he wanted me to talk about earlier. You're not getting the character. You're not getting the already established reputation of the neighborhood. But that's where resale comes in. And now we're going to talk about existing homes. I'm very excited about that.
Exactly. Therefore, here we're going to basically talk about established neighborhood like a Corn, Bedford, Foxcroft, and a Sterling Trace.
Yeah.
And these are actually on the resale side, established neighborhood. They have more characters. They have a more mature landscaping. And in a lot of cases, a lot of more lands also respect to some of the brand new homes that they have.
But not the first one that I'm talking about. Now, Cornerstone was my one that I didn't put in new, but there could be new, but because there's still ones that are they're building there. So that is something where you can get a little bit more custom. Well, I'm happy to talk. Smaller lot size, but custom. So it's really coming, median is about 2,600 square feet. Homes are generally between 23 to 3,400 square feet. Typically, they're going to have either a raised slab or crawl space, side-load garages, vaulted ceilings, lovely neighborhood, but it's one of those where there are still new coming in there, but there's a lot of existing as well. So basically, when you're looking at, that's why this is my first one, because it's kind of a little bit of both. There's a little 6-7, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I was doing that with my hands, so I had to say it. So basically, there's a lot of multi-level homes. There's a lot of 2-story, but there are also 1-story. It's just because the lot sizes are smaller. But you're not going to deal with heat and cooling systems for a few more years because there's still, even though I said there's a lot of existing, they're still on the new side.
Exactly. Therefore, so on any home like this, you wanted to basically do any thorough inspection that actually checks everything, including the AC, roof, and make sure you are safe for getting to this house. The next one, which is you might already have heard about in many places, is Bedford. Bedford is another established neighborhood in our area, Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina, that basically there are lots of custom built houses, large homes with a nice land, a good square footage. And basically, we have actually a video, a guideline specifically for Bedford.
We do?
Then, yes.
Okay.
And basically, do you want to talk more?
No, I forgot completely. That's all I said. So the homes are basically lovely and established custom size, and they were custom made homes at one point in their lives, very not that long ago.
Exactly. And of course, we need to mention that Bedford has 3 wings. Even it is the same subdivision, but it has 3 wings that we are not going to go. You need to watch that video or see what you are talking about. What is the next one?
The next one we're going to talk about is Foxcroft, which was built in the early 2000s and is beloved for the things. If you're looking for lot size, if you're looking for a half an acre to a full acre, square footage is between the high 2000s all the way up to 4,800 square feet, and less building restrictions because you don't want those HOAs telling you what to do, Foxcroft might be the answer for you. And that is something to really talk about. And let's talk about the next one. And you've actually sold quite a few of those.
Exactly. Sterling trays. And these are, again, in the Winterville, North Carolina section, there are custom estate homes, as we said, built in middle 90s to early 2000. And there are, most of them, there are full break. Some of them, they have even 3-car garage, side loading car garage. And basically the headline feature for them, like you have, could be 1 acre to up to 3 to 3.5 acres. You can find the lots there, and basically, and giving you a genuinely park-like a private setting. You feel like very private in that area that you cannot basically find in the newer subdivision with the new built homes.
And that's why this is typically, we can go all the way from a very small custom home to a full on like couple acres of land. And it's going to be just what you're looking for exactly, right? So same price tag, but it's a different lifestyle. And that's kind of the whole point. When you don't really see all of that information when you're just looking at listing photos and saying, oh, this is a pretty house, this is a pretty house. Basically, we need to know lot sizes, area, building area, HOA, the rules of the HOA. Is the system done? Are they all running on a septic system? How is that neighborhood going to be 5 years from now? And it's none of that's going in the photos.
Exactly. And one last thing that my wife wanted to share in the beginning of the video, we said why these houses, if they are right, they sell even less than 3 weeks. What is that? What is the secret for that?
A lot of buyers win because they know where they want to be. They already know the 3 or 4 neighborhoods or the 7 that I've mentioned. They know their must-haves, their nice-to-have. So when the right house comes, they're waiting for that house. They've been waiting to move into that neighborhood. It's not luck. They're just been sitting there waiting to say, this is where I really want to live. And that's the part before you even start touring. So that's one of the points of this video, is to kind of just give you a little bit overview of these different subdivisions.
Exactly. We are Alan Victoria Pinto. Do you want to add anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
We are Alan Victoria Pinto, real estate agent, icon agent with eXp Realty in Greenville, Winterville, and Pitt County, North Carolina. And we are here to give you all the information that you need. Please watch all of our playlists here, and if you need our professional help, we'd love to help you from start to finish. Please go in description below, book an appointment with us, and we'd love to connect with you. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel, and we see you next time.